Well, hello everyone, this is French. I have the unique privilege to share with you a very interesting project that basically I'm going to give you some information as to why this is important. More importantly, in my document, I have several documents that I can share with you. One of them, depending on how you get this, is a pay-to-play. This is several pager that gives you a high-level overview what the company do. DIR, Direction Media Incorporated, a media company that is involved in video distribution for organic distribution. Think of it, the reason why we have decentralized computing, decentralized asset management, decentralized, is to allow unique identifiable traffic that comes from distributed computers, unique IP addresses, unique devices, unique geographical location to allow the algorithm to basically recognize whatever content that you're trying to promote, simply because the content receives organic traffic from multiple sources, as opposed to jamming traffic from one source to promote anything. So companies, influencers, advertisers, commercial or personal or individual basically promote things on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, whatever media company, social media platform you think of. The number one problem is adaptation and visibility. And to have visibility, you need organic traffic, and which is basically what DIR also solve as a problem. The second problem that DIR solve is that people who work from home are not always motivated. The fact that it takes a very, very intrinsically motivated individual, self-directed, disciplined person to work from home and have the work ethics to show up day in and day out. Because of that, DIR exists. But there is a twist. In order to retain engagement, a refundable deposit is required and you get paid. So basically, companies, individuals, commercial entities pay for video distribution. That's one way. That's how the company makes money. And how we come in and make money, instead of being an employee, a W-2 company, you are a contractor in a sense. You make a security deposit or a refundable deposit in exchange for committing, based on your deposit criteria, for committing to being paid per video. So the number of video that you watch, the number of videos that you watch per day times the value per unit factored by your deposit criteria determine your return on time, your return on deposit, your return on effort. So I'm not going to analyze this too much. Basically, the whole idea is to have a high touch. I'm providing you with a very intelligent document that basically diagram this thing for you. And so the reason why I'm coming in to provide context is to add the human element into this discussion. So since I cannot be with you 24/7, I'm going to provide you with some context, provide you with some content, why this is important, and the purpose of why the website is so simple. The purpose of the website is not to be a glossy, fancy website You have only one job. Come in, log in, and basically watch 5 seconds of a series of numbers of videos, and then check that you watched them. 5 seconds of anywhere from 10 to 250, and it could take you anywhere from 60 seconds to 21 minutes, and give and take a few seconds to complete the task for your category, unless of course you belong to the higher level. The higher level also have like an additional component to them, and they add the commercial orders, more details to follow. But for now, very few people will be able to participate at the higher level, because it takes anywhere from 45,000 to 199,000. Very few people, but you can start slow, and every 2 months, based on you can upgrade to a new package. In other words, I'm looking at video VIP 0 is an introduction to give you access to the website. You get to play maybe 10 to 12 videos, watch 5 seconds of each, and then click on the arrow up to check once you passed the 5 second mark, and you cannot withdraw because you have not committed. It's only an introduction for you to see what's possible before you commit. Let's just say during the first 24 to 48 hours, you're learning about something new. Of course, you're going to be apprehensive. You're going to have questions, and it's okay to have questions. And in the meantime, you have the ability to earn $5 a day. And I've been doing that for quite some time. $5 a day to watch 5 seconds of a set of numbers of video. And that basically gives you $150 a month. Not a lot of money, but that's something for trying something for free. Okay, so when you get to VIP 1, VIP 1, however, requires a refundable deposit of $510. Okay, your income for the day, because the video unit is $1 compared to VIP 0 is 50 cents. So at VIP 1, you get $1 per video, and so you basically have $12 a day. So $12 a day, you watch 12 videos for $1 per unit, and your monthly income is $230. Your yearly income is $4,320. Imagine, of course, you have a mortgage and you are able to pay an additional $360 every week in addition to your mortgage payment, for doing technically a few seconds of activity a day. You solve a problem for the company, for the advertisers, whether it's individual, commercial entities, or influencers, and your deposit binds you to the daily consistency required to perform the task. And depending on your level, depending on the level you start with, that determines how long it takes for you to recoup your initial deposit. Okay, so in my document, multiple streams of income with DIR, video distribution company, on page 2 you'll see the company stock certificate. You'll see a picture of the high level income for the VIP 8 to 10, and you'll see state of fact of good standing, the fact that the company is registered, it's legal both in Canada and US, and the company can operate virtually in multiple countries. Certificate of document file, you see that, okay? And on page 2, on page 6, I give you basically the level of deposit required, the amount of time it takes, how long it takes to complete each task per day, your daily income, how long it takes for you to recoup your initial deposit, and the commission tier should you choose to share this project with someone else. Although this is totally possible for you not to share, but once you understand, it would be impossible to be part of this and not share it, and it's very lucrative to share. However, the best way I see you can actually share this program is to organically share the program with your immediate family and friends, people who you feel comfortable with, people who love, care about, and respect, and who in turn respect you. They'll be more likely to create a free account, complete the daily task, and earn $5 a day until they, of course, decide after they read the documentation, after they watch a few videos, after they read the company intros, the certification to give them certainty. I would admit that the website, the first time I look at it, I wasn't too impressed until I understand the purpose of the website is to log in daily, do the videos, check that you see it. Once you create your account, authenticate your account, meaning provide your KYC documentation, put in your wallet address for the withdrawals on a monthly basis, and to top up, meaning make a deposit, crypto deposit to your account. Otherwise, you're done for the day once you've done your daily tasks. So anyways, I'm going to start on my document because I need to keep it consistent. On page 6, I start with VIP 10 and then drill down to VIP 0. So VIP 10, obviously, $199,000 to make a deposit, which is refundable to you. You watch 254 videos, I should say 5 seconds of 254 videos for a total time of 21 minutes and 10 seconds. Click the video, open, and then 5 second, check, scroll. And then you do that 254 times. If you miss one, that means you're not paying for that individual count. So the total count is important, 254. So if you miss one, you can always scroll back and forth. It's like taking a test. If you're not sure of one, you can always go back and review to make sure that you have everyone to have the total count. Because if you complete the 254 5-second video and check all of them, and you do that daily, okay, that way you're certain to show $7,960 a day, and then there's the commercial order that add to it. But again, most people won't be able to enter at that level, so I'm not even going to focus so much on that. VIP 9, okay, exactly because the number of counts of video you watch from VIP 10 to 8, actually VIP 10 to 7 is the same number of video, 254, so the total count is about the same. 21 minutes and 10 seconds. VIP 10 to 7 or 7 to 10, 21 minutes and 10 seconds to watch 5 seconds of 254 video, and you do that daily. The day you missed, you don't count, you don't earn for that day. So obviously this is why the deposit is essential, because if there was not a deposit attached to it, chances are you coming in on Monday and wake up and do that, and then life gets in the way, you get bogged down by some family work drama, you get caught up in the news, and next thing you know, you don't do Monday, Tuesday, and then skip Wednesday, Thursday, because it's a job that pays you $1 per video. However, the deposit binds you to that consistency of doing the task, and that's why the deposit is important. And once you deposit, you'll be motivated to perform the task. Anyways, so the number of video from VIP 7 to 10 is 254 for 21 minutes and 10 seconds, and you do that daily. Have I repeated that? Exactly. However, the income level varies. So I'm not going to focus so much for now on VIP 8 to 10 because you may not believe that you can make that much money depending on your, um, uh, you know, inborn attributes, or perhaps you say. Brian Tracy said there are two things. There are inborn attributes and then there are acquired attributes. If you don't believe you're worth making 115,000 on VIP 8, VIP 8, 49,000 a month, if you've never made that kind of money, even if the program like that give you an opportunity, you would have to have some acquired attributes. Someone come in and do a mind job on you to update your self-esteem for you to feel like you're worth making that kind of money. Okay? But there are plenty of people on VIP 7 who are doing extremely well. Either they start on VIP 7 or they start with VIP 4, 5 and then upgrade, and then now you're there on VIP 7. VIP 7, again, the number of video, I've already said that. So you make $762 a day, a total of 22,860. It'll take you approximately 28.28 days for you to recoup based on $762 a day times 30. So that's $22,860 a month, or 762 a day, provided of course that daily, every day, you do that video count check for 254 of them. And then VIP all the VIPs from, I believe, from 5 to 10 give you 3 tiers. Imagine that you're on your first month, you started at VIP 1, because your belief level is low, and you started on VIP 1, and you're making okay money, $12 a day, $360 a month. Again, your belief level is low, so you're not sure because this sounds too good to be true. That's okay. However, you share with your brother, sister, cousin, uncle, niece, who happens to also have their partners and their kids 18 and above, next door neighbor, co-workers. You can quickly see how you can start with your organic social network, which are in a sense your social capital. You can then tap in by leveraging your social network, which is your social capital, so that talking to a total stranger about this may sound ridiculous, or you may find family members are very hard to convince because they have to see you making money. Once you start doing some withdrawal, my best advice is get started, have a few family members check it with you just to feel good about it. Even after you see the certifications papers, you may still believe that it's not sound too good to be truth. Are you telling me I put in $21,550 to get VIP 7, I'm making $762 a day? Some people don't even make that in a week. They have to work 40 hours, to either gross or have their net pay at $762. So it's possible psychologically you may not have the inborn attribute, the self-belief to feel like you deserve that kind of money. As soon, of course, you even have that amount of money to make such large deposit in the first place. But you can start slow and upgrade yourself to VIP 7. Every 2 months, depending on the package you buy, you make the deposit for, you can upgrade to the following. It's like walking up a ladder. Every 2 months, you can upgrade to the next level. So you share with a brother, sister, uncle, niece, who then, that's your first tier, and then they subsequently, after maybe a couple of weeks or month, once it tested it, once you made your first withdrawal and convert it into fiat and pay for something, and it comes from this project for doing a few minutes a day of activity, the belief level will then be off the chart. Because now it's a proof of concept. It's no longer an idea. Now your mental barrier about the simplicity of the website is vanished because you've actually identified that this is a legitimate program. Your belief level will be off the chart. It will be improbable for you not to share. Perhaps it would be inconceivable for you not to participate and share this with other people. Which is why I'm not that concerned about convincing someone, which is why I'm making videos about it, so that way you can watch my video, consume the content, believe it or not, depending on my package, I'm doing my activity daily and earning the daily incomes, monthly income, paying for my activities. And I could do that without talking to a single soul, because the package you come in with determines your income. So if you are not certain where you'd like to start, set up a goal for yourself. Are you going to share this heavily? Because depending on your VIP level, you open anywhere from 1 to 3 tiers, and each tier has a potential as a percentage of residual income that comes back to you based on sharing. So since I am on VIP 7, which is a highly profitable middle of the line participation, and but let's say you don't have 21,000, but you can come in at VIP 6. VIP 6 for $10,650. You complete a series of 185 videos, again 5 seconds of each one, for a total of 15 minutes and 25 seconds. 15 minutes and 25 seconds. Your daily income is $370. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a car payment. This is, depending on where you are, this is a utility bill, especially if you live in a hot area where you have to use AC all the time, or if you're in the north where it's cold all the time. As you know, in winter, the electricity, heat, and everything goes up. If you live in the south, Texas, California, Florida, Arizona, and the like, you have to constantly air condition, and that is expensive. So you got a disposable $10,000, and you decided to take a look at this thing, and you can comfortably say you're comfortable with making $370 a day. Let's see, for where am I? I'm on VIP 6. VIP 6 is amazing because what it gives you, okay, $270, monthly income is $11,100. Basically your yearly income is $133,000. That is a professional income, doctor, lawyer, depending on your years of experience, $133,000 for a one-time deposit of $10,000, and daily income is $370 times 30. What would you do with $11,000 a month? Some people live in very expensive places where their mortgage is $5,000 plus, depending on how affluent you are. Basically, because of inflation, you might decide, hey, I have 15 minutes, I have $10,000, and since it will take me 28.70 a day for me to recoup my deposit, because you make $370 a day, in 28.78 days you can make that money back. So that fear of letting go of $10,000 into a potentially scam program is alleviated once you see the legitimacy of the company for the deposit you're about to make. More importantly, you have 3 tiers of participation to skyrocket your income, because at this point, if you're sharing with people and you're on VIP 6, okay, you can make 15% on level 1, 10% on level 2, and 6% on level 3. You know how many people are looking for a way to earn additional income? You know how many people in the tech industry, how many college students are living at home who graduate with masters, doctors, PhD, tech, computer science degree, and who are not making money or not earning, and then who have student loans that are looming right around the corner within 6 months of graduation, or depending on what they. You know how many people, how many parents who can liberate themselves from those millennials, instead of supporting those kids coming back home. Hey, I could take $10,000 out of my equity in my home, get into this thing, instead of, these kids are watching TV anyway. They're watching TikTok, Instagram. They're glued to their phone. They're already glued to their phone, and they can get paid for doing those things that they are already doing. Once you understand that, wait a minute, I watch X amount of news clip on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Once you know that there are people making money for watching just 5 seconds of those things, you will never mindlessly watch a video again, because that video cost you money as opposed to earning money. Not only that, you're incentivizing an advertiser, especially on YouTube. I watch hours of content, educational content on YouTube. And if you watch the full video as a YouTuber myself, YouTube paid them very well for that. And so somebody is paying for the advertising, somebody is paying to get their video organically distributed, and this company allow us to benefit by forcing us to commit to the daily task for making a refundable deposit, to guarantee you from making 50 cents per video to $3 per video. Anyways, so VIP number 5, 115 video. It will take you about 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Your daily income is $230 in approximately 25.30 days. 25 days and 0.30 days, or whatever that means. 25.30 days, you complete your requirement to recoup your initial deposit, even though you continue to get paid day after day, month after month. 365 days later, you get your original seed deposit back, even though in less than 30 days, you recoup that initial deposit based on the daily earning. Provided that daily you complete the minimum requirement per VIP packages to do that. And in addition to that, you can build a business by building a network. 1, 2, 3 tiers. And originally you can start with your initial warm market, friends and family. And if you're married, single, I'm sure you got a few best friends. There's a short learning curve to learn about crypto, but once you are assured that you're not just mindlessly trading, taking advantage or participating in scam program that promises high return, and then it will eventually fall off to a cliff, or exit. Scammers. Once you know that this is not a scam idea, it's not some bogus AI trading project that offer you a fixed amount of percentage of return for doing the trading for you. None of that nonsense. You have to perform the task, making the deposit, for you to be guaranteed the $1 to $3 worth per video, and the deposit bind you to the consistency of doing the task. In case, of course, I didn't mention that. Anyways, so most people would be comfortable at coming in at VIP 4, $2,870. You watch 115 videos, approximately 9 minutes and 35 seconds. VIP 5 and 4 are basically about the same amount of videos, and the difference is you pay a little bit higher on VIP 5, which is 820, versus VIP 4 is 2,870. So your your daily income is $115 for VIP 4 versus $230 for VIP 5. And then in terms of the number of days it takes for you to recoup your initial deposit based on earning $115 a day, is 24 days and 24.96 days it takes for you to recoup your initial deposit, even though after 365 days the deposit will return to you. And then you have two tiers of income on VIP 4. Okay, 12%. You have 5, 6, 7 people coming in on VIP 4 with you. You earn 12% on your first tier and 6% on your second tier. Now, VIP 3, that's even more attractive, because now you're talking about the typical blue collar who lives in fixed income, and sometimes the average person cannot even come up with the $500 in the case of an emergency, because people are living just enough to make ends meet. So even though I start purposely with the VIP 10 and drill down to VIP 1, is because if I start on VIP 1 and go to 10, you're like 100,000, and for VIP 9, 45,000, VIP 8, 21,000, and VIP 7. Are you kidding? I cannot even think about this kind of money. I'm in debt for X amount of that money. I've already have credit card debts for 25,000, 40,000, 100,000, 200,000 school loan. But if I start with that, I basically open your eyes to what's possible, because you can comfortably see yourself starting at VIP 2, which is $620. You make $25 a day. There's nothing to sneeze at. $25 a day. Most people are spending $25 a day for one meal plus tax and tip. You cannot even come up with $600, but you're spending that on a single meal a day at least one time, and paying on credit. So you should have no excuse to look at this and scrape up, even if you have to put it on credit, because in less than 30 days, 24.80 days, you'll pay that credit card company back for you to get exposure to something, and start taking your life back one more time. Okay? After 24.80 days, you're like, oh, now you have a plan to get out of debt, because you're making $25 a day, okay, times 30 days, okay? Now you know how much money you're making, so now you start tackling your credit card debt one at a time, starting with the lowest balance to the highest balance, because now you have something, you have a plan, not a second job, you have a plan. So let's review. Okay, so let's take a look at, you know, what's possible. VIP 7 to 10 or high level, higher income, higher responsibility. 5 and 6 are middle, and 4 to 2 or to 1 are your entry level blue collar opportunity. Okay, you have the executive level, you have the white collar level, and then you have your blue collar level, the lower tiers. Okay, depending on your ambition and your desired daily and monthly or annual income, according to your psychological perception of how you see yourself. Where do you see yourself? I see myself at a VIP no lower than 7 and above. Why? Because I can see making 274,000 a year or 22,000 a month. I could see that because anything lesser is not me, because I may not even need that much money, but there are a lot of people, there are a lot of good I could do with making that. And I could travel anytime I want. I could do anything I want. I'm not binded to a job, because whatever job you have at this point, you'll be making more money than the person who manages that place, or your directors or HR people, your senior management. You'll be making more money than them. So if you choose to keep a job and you are VIP 6 and above, you're not doing it for the income, you're doing it for the insurance, because paying insurance out of pocket, analyzing the insurance, categories, and especially with the big beautiful bill that complicate things that are about to, deploy, changes that are about to happen. It's too minor. Let an employer take care of all these things, and while you have your second thing, at any given time you can walk out because you don't need the job. That is peace of mind. Actually, I do have a job. I decided to, I'm not feeling it today. I'm just gonna leave because I have to make this video, because this video will make me money one time. One time I take time to make the video, this video will continue to make me money, because I don't have to spend time educating people one-on-one. Watch my video, and if you have, an ounce of self-esteem, consider how much money you like to make. It's not how much money that you have to deposit. How much money are you comfortable making every single month? Then that determines your package you choose. 11,000 a month. That's like VIP 5 or 6. Yeah, VIP 6. Do you see yourself making 49,000 a month? That's VIP 8. 115,000 a month? That's VIP 9. Or 6,000 a month? That's VIP 5. Everybody starts at calculate your monthly residual income where you'll be comfortable, and then that determines the VIP you start with. Okay, so where do we go from here? Now let's talk about taking money out, withdrawal. Each VIP level has a percentage that the company keep, because the company has to make a profit. The company has to pay commission and all that stuff. So they retain a percentage of the withdrawal you make, and they determine how many times that you can take out the withdrawal. On VIP 0, you cannot withdraw because you have not committed. You are testing the account within the first 24 hours, and then once you decide to commit, you start at VIP 1. Okay, you can withdraw one time. However, you share 50%. I'm on page 10, by the way, on my document, multiple streams of income with the IR. You share 50% profit with the company. Okay, VIP 2, company keeps 40%, you get 60%. Not only that, you make a certain amount of money per month. You make about $9,000 a year, or $750 a month on VIP 2. Making $25 a day. And you can withdraw one time, provided, of course, you're okay with the company keeping 40%. Keep in mind, I've already told you the number of days it takes for you to recoup your initial deposit, and now you can withdraw one time and split 60-40 with the company. VIP 3, you're making $58 a day, $1,740 a month, about $20,000 a year. You can withdraw 2 times a month, and the company keeps 60. You keep 60%. The company keeps 40%. Now, the lower tier, the higher the percentage allocation. Now, the higher tier, which is motivation for you to continue upgrade, because the higher you are, the lesser you have to share with the company. I think it's very fair. The company keeps profitable, so that way they can pay those high percentage to build this team. So obviously, if you're making a business out of it, you will definitely make more money sharing than you are just doing the task. Although, depending on the VIP level, you're on VIP 3, you're making $1,740 a month. That's like a rent or mortgage payment. Actually, that's higher than my mortgage. For $1,300, I could basically cover my mortgage every single month, knowing, of course, that in about 22 days I make my money back, and I can withdraw 2 times a month. Also, to prevent having to share 40% with the company, I just choose to withdraw 1 time, and my mortgage payment is taken care of. All right? I mean, this is a no-brainer. Or better, VIP 4 for $2,870. My daily income is $115. I would earn $3,450 or $41,000 a month. I used to do gig work and make that for the entire year. Okay, that means charging like X amount of dollar per hour. Okay, for me to secure. Anyway, so I'm not gonna get into that. I realized that sometimes it would take an entire year for me to go, do some, odd jobs for people, and to make $41,000 a year. I'm like, I have to work so many hours, and here I could spend a few minutes, do a legitimate job, and my deposit bound me to do the task, and I make the same money for not breaking my back doing task for someone. By task I mean assembling someone's furniture, painting someone's house, help them move. I used to do those back-breaking things. Okay, I'm charging $80 an hour, but working for 2 hours, and then company keeps the profit out of it, 30%, or 15%, 30%, but I still have to do the work. I still have to travel to get there. I don't get paid for the travel back and forth. I only get paid when I start and finish the task. Here, for $2,870 on VIP 4, I could basically do a few tasks a day and make $115 a day, or $3,450. That takes care of my entire residual bills, in addition to my normal work. Amazing. So obviously, the higher you go, the lesser the percentage that you pay. Page 11, VIP 5, you share 70-30 split. The company keeps 30, and you keep 70%. From VIP 5 to 10, it's 3 times you can withdraw. Every time you withdraw, the company keeps their share. So in order to not be so eager to withdraw, you withdraw 1 time, even though you can do it 3 times, but do it 1 time to pay the fee 1 time. So, why would you want to withdraw? Basically you just take 6,900 and divide it by 3, and every time you withdraw on VIP 5, you have to share 30% with the company. So you do that 3 times, the company does great, and you do great, but you also share that percentage split for each time. So you determine when you need the money. Your bills are due on the first 15 or whenever. Within 24 hours you get your withdrawal back. So you do the withdrawal 1 time and you pay the fee 1 time. So and once you get to a certain level, you would not need to be a constant withdrawal, because you're not going to be depending on the daily money, and you can also upgrade to up your income and also lower the percentage split that you share with the company. Okay, so VIP 7, it's a 80-20 split. Again, you can withdraw 3 times. Again, you're making $762 a day, provided you can come up or upgrade to VIP 7 with making a deposit to $21,550, and your monthly income, your monthly residual coming in. If you do 21 minutes and 10 seconds of video daily, your monthly consistent budgetable is $22,860. You can count on that because you do the task. In addition to that, you have 3 tiers of earning you could make. You have 3 tiers of earning. 20% on your first level. You can have as many people on your first level as possible. 12% on your second level, and you can have as many people in your second level as possible. 10% on your third. Technically speaking, the bulk of the amount of people you'll have would be on your third level at 10%. Because once you have your first level making money, upgrading, withdrawing, paying for their bill, it will be impossible for them not to share this thing. And because they will be sharing, they will be earning. Because they will be sharing, they will be earning. And you're going to have people participated that you probably never have to meet, but you'll have to talk to, because initially you have to help them overcome their fear, because this sounds too good to be true. Which is why I'm making this video, to remove any kind of anxiety, especially if you lost money in anything before. You'll be very hesitant to participate in anything. My video 1 time, giving you the peace of mind, my documentation, my painstaking documentation, the video, and of course we can talk on the phone. Either way, depending on my VIP level, I don't have to convince you. If you don't see it, you're not gonna see it. You can go work a second job, go be stuck in traffic for someone else, building someone else's dream, and robbing your family of your time, attention, and presence. Or you could decide to participate, choose your VIP level, share the opportunity with as many people as possible, and do your daily task to certify your recurring, daily, predictable, monthly predictable, annually predictable income by doing your part, and also teach your people to do their part. Having said that, in case of course your inborn attributes are high enough, some of you might be wondering if this is possible, and it is, then how much can I make? How big is my dream? So I came up with the idea, what are the paths for you to make your first million? I know, daring. Why not go there? The path to make your first million. Technically, with VIP 7, with no sharing, with just your earnings alone, in about 3 0.64 years, you'll make your first million without talking to a single soul, just on your daily activity and earning, because it's predictable. If you predictably and disciplinedly do your daily activity, so as long as you don't exit, or obviously every deposit is binded or bonded for 365 days, all you have to do, don't ever miss a day for your activities. In 3.64 years, you'll make your first million. Or VIP 8 in less time. Definitely VIP 9, you're in million category in about few months. And of course VIP 10, less than 4 months. But again, you need that kind of money to start. So I don't know what else to say. It's been almost an hour, and hopefully this is the one time I need to make this video, and then everyone I'm talking to or going to watch my video, then all I have to do is like helping people think bigger than their basic necessities, help them decide and help them share, help them build confidence and engage. You have 90 days to structure your plan. In the first 90 days, first 7 days, first 24 hours, first 30 days, depending on your level. If you're in VIP 1, of course, it will take you 42 days to recoup your money, because you start low, the percentage 50-50 split for withdrawal. The number of days it takes for you to recoup is longer. The higher you are, the lesser the number of days, the higher your withdrawal retention and the frequency of withdrawal. Maximum 3 times per month. So, having said that, this is it. I do hope this answered any potential questions, documentation, company introduction, visually look at everything, and that should basically is a done deal for you to make a solid decision to decide to participate and move on, and then start dreaming again.